What up, what up, guys? How you doing today? See here if I could get me a preview going. Yeah, we good, we good. We gonna go live. Yeah, we good, we live, baby. So hopefully everybody's good today. Feel like doing a little teaching, man. Feel like doing a little teaching. So if you don't have time, I understand. You can watch this on another time if you will. But per the title, hopefully it got your attention. But the title is You're Not an Investor. Okay. And the reason I titled the video as such is because there's a lot of you all out here that are looking to purchase a home. And I believe you're looking at it from an investor's standpoint. And there's a reason for that. And I'm going to make the case and then I'm going to get out of your hair. Okay. So you guys rock with me. If I've ever provided anything of value to you since you've been you know, riding with us, if you will, give me an opportunity to set the case. Okay. So now, what do I mean by you're not an investor? And why do I think that home ownership is something that most of us should do? Because investing is not what most of us do. That makes sense. So let's set the table, man. Let's set the table. So what you're looking at here uh, on your screens are, you know what? Can you see that? Let's lower that a little bit. Is that gonna lower down? Let's see here. Guess not. But what this says this is the Jump Start Our Business. This is the Jobs Act. Okay. And this was championed by President Obama back in the 2012 timeframe. And the reason this is important, you got to understand context wise, especially with real estate. Everybody wants to go back to this time frame. And this is really coming off of the heels of recession, slow growth that was caused by the housing debacle, so on and so forth. But in this legislation, crowdfunding was one of the things that was brought to the forefront to allow growth. Okay, to allow growth. Rock with me, okay? Rock with me. Just stay with me a little bit. Now, from that, as time progressed, we got into this thing that there weren't enough people, or people on the lower ends of the economic spectrum didn't have opportunities to invest or partake in investments that could be life changing, if I could state it that way, right? And so, what these folks have done as a result of being able to do the Jobs Act and crowdfunding, we started looking at accredited versus non-accredited investors. Okay. And this is where I wanna pause. And I don't know why hopefully you guys can see this, but just rock with me. I'm not gonna stop. Accredited, non-accredited investors. And long story short, rich people and then not rich people, and the non-rich not being able to invest in certain things that would allow them to gain wealth. That's kind of the 10,000-foot view. But I wanted to highlight here. It says that the SEC, okay, assumes that all parties involved will know the risk and rewards involved, so they have a lighter regulatory touch where these funds are concentrated, where what funds are concentrated. Funds that non-accredited investors are able to partake in, okay? So again, trying to go quickly here to keep your attention. Jobs Act, created to spark growth. In that, that's where we get a lot of this crowdfunding from, okay? Moreover, now we have access for those that are non-accredited investors to participate in these funds. If you're in my community, you may have not heard, but when I'm talking about my community, there's folks with Mind Melatonin. Um, the 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 Black Wall Street project that a lot of folks were talking about here or there, where you got this guy that was able to crowdfund all this money for the purpose of going out and buying real estate. Good, bad, or indifferent. I'm not here to talk about that, but these laws, right? The Jobs Act, okay, and then the changing of the definition of an accredited, not changing, but the expanding, the opening up for all investors, non-accredited investors, to be a part of these crowd-funded or private equity type deals that don't have the same scrutiny or requirements, if you will, that a regular investment would, but they also had limitations to the majority of the people. Okay. Moreover, as recently as April or August, pardon me, 26, 2020, the SEC, the Security and the Exchange Commission, has also gone in and even broadened, right? Because every 4 years, pardon me, they look at it and gave some more leeway, if you will, some more access for folks to be able to invest. Now, here's my point with all of that. The internets were all a hubbub here recently, talking about this potential legislation that's going to be voted on. But Representative Smith, Senator Merkley, sponsored legislation to ban hedge funds from buying homes. Okay. So this is what I want to say before I go forward. My dad used to tell me all the time, hey, Robert, when they start letting us do it, us in this context is the regular people, right? You got to watch out, because you got to ask yourself, okay, why would they let regular folks like us that are busy with whatever it is that you're busy with, that don't really have the acumen, nor the time, nor the desire to really learn about these investments before we make them, okay? And that's a valid question, right? That's not to say that you or I are less intelligent or ignorant or anything of that nature, and I'll say unlearned, right? A lot of us in a lot of these investments. So now, with that being said, when you think about it, why? You got to always ask yourself why, okay? At first there was a ceiling. Why did you have to be an accredited investor? Because the assumption was that when you made a certain amount of money, or if you had a certain net worth, then you were more sophisticated. We've proven that that's not the case. There's a lot of folks on the internet, young and old, all over the spectrum, especially when it comes to trading and things of that nature, that have an understanding of that skill set and make a lot of money in a lot of different areas. So we're not saying that, but for the majority of folks, and you have to look at yourself and say, you know what? What do I know about investing? It sounds good. It's provocative. It's sexy. When somebody says we're going to run a play, it's like now we're finally getting in and getting ours. But are you really? Right? Are you really? Because if you don't know who getting got, then it's you in most cases, right? So now we got legislation on board that says, let's go here. Let's jump back to the screen. What these folks are voting on is that the End Hedge Fund Control of America Homes Act of 2023 would ban hedge funds from buying up single family homes and require them to sell at least 10% of the total homes, or the total number of single family homes they currently own, to families over the next 10 years, right? They got to liquidate it over the next 10 years. After a 10-year full phase out all hedge funds will be completely banned from owning single family homes. So that's pertinent. That's relevant to a lot of you all that want to get on the property ladder now, and you're lamenting. You're saying, "Hey, man, these home prices are too high. We can't afford it." Okay, and so you get to looking. Whose fault is it? Why can't we buy these homes and things of that nature? Stay with me. We're cooking. Again, go back real quick. Jobs Act. Okay, accredited, non-accredited investors. Let me go back here. The Jobs Act. Okay, credited, non-credited investors. The SEC opening up a pool in different lanes, right, for folks to get into this private pool of money. Now we have legislation proposed to vote on, which probably won't pass, right? Because he that has the goal makes the rules, just what it is. And so they're saying, hey, now these hedge funds, big money, big bank take little bank, they're now, and they've been buying up single family residential homes. And so those of you that have not purchased, and maybe you have student loan debt and higher debt and your income has not increased, you're saying, hey, something's doesn't smell right. Well, 10,000 foot view, give you an idea of what's going on. And I'm saying all of that to this point, not only to reiterate what my father used to tell me, hey, Robert, when they're letting us, the average people, do it, you gotta ask yourself why. Why is that? Okay. And then number two, I want to ask you to think about this. Why are hedge funds buying single family residential homes? So let that marinate for a minute, right? Let that marinate for a minute. I'm live. Let me check. I'm doing a couple of things. I don't have nobody on IG. I'm over here. I'm doing a couple of things. You feel me? I'm trying to step up my game. So I'm on IG. If you're on IG and you're watching this and you have a comment, I'll respond after the live, okay? As well as if you watch this on replay or on any of the other platforms that we're on, okay? So just want to check to make sure you guys are good there. So now let's get back into it. So now after you ask yourself those questions, why would they let me do it? Okay. And then why are these hedge funds, institutional investors, big bank, why are they buying single family homes? Well, if you look at the internet and things of that nature on the news, it's just like the stock market. It's just like the cryptocurrency market. You got these market makers, right? You got these folks out here telling you it's raining. They telling you not to buy. Whole time, guess what they doing? They buying. So they get the fear out there and they tell you in the context of homes, let's stay with homes, younger folks, hey man, it's hard to buy a home. Hey man, it's expensive to buy a home. Hey man, you want to be nimble, you know, you want to be able to move. You don't want them problems. Okay. You don't want those problems. But the whole time they're buying them. And then today they tell you, don't worry about it, man. We got it. We gonna buy it for you. We'll cut the grass and then we'll do all of those things. Okay? We'll do all of those things for you. Don't worry. Again, why is that? As KRS-One would say, right? For those youngsters that don't know, look them up. The teacher, why is that? Gotta ask yourself, why is that, right? So now, here's the legislation. They're saying, hey, these big guys buying up all the homes, that's a part of why folks can't enter in. One reason I might say, but there's other reasons in my humble opinion. But let's move forward. This is why, okay? This is an article, November the 23rd, Residential Magazine, Scotsman's Guide. That's an industry publication for those that are in the lending business, right? But right here, access trapped home equity. The reason those folks want to buy single family residential homes is because of the home equity, the appreciation of that asset class. Moreover, you and I, we, us, unless you want to live outside, shelter, basic need. Okay. So now these folks know and understand that, hey, if they tell you how hard it is, okay, they tell you to go buy all of this stuff to keep you indebted, okay, and then they got one dude running around here, okay, that tells you residential real estate was a trick, okay. You should never buy residential real estate. You should buy uh, commercial real estate. Well, commercial real estate they're in a bubble. Facts. They're in trouble in a bubble. But even that bubble, those that are those that did their homework right in the multifamily space and understand what's going on, they're going to survive. Just like anything else. Everything is cyclical, okay? But they tell you not to buy. Why is that? Because most of you want to live somewhere. You don't want to live outside, right? You don't want to live the van life. But these folks know and understand. Who are these folks? Rich people, wealthy people. See, they're sophisticated. They understand how money works, right? A lot of us are just learning. We're just getting on that ladder. Let's move forward. So now, Bazinga, don't know the publication, but here's my point. Elon Musk is bullish on Austin. Now, if you watch YouTube and some of these places, they tell you Austin is falling through the roof, through the floor, okay? Austin is not the place to go. But Elon, billionaire, I'm sure he's in some of these rooms. He's bullish on Austin. And then he says, here's how to invest in the city's growth before he floods it with new tech workers. So anytime we look at real estate, got all these gurus out here. Real estate is simple, okay? Where are the jobs? Who's got the jobs? That's one good place to look as an aside if you're trying to find a place to buy real estate. Good jobs, good schools, good amenities, low crime, basic type stuff, right? So, Elon says, you know what? I'm bullish on it. They telling you, hey, this might be a place for you to be bullish if you could get in. Now let's look. How is Elon going to do this, right? Elon, how is he going to do this? Yeah, he bought 6,000 acres of land outside, right? Calls it Austin City Fund, right? Now this Austin City Fund, the actual company, well, here it is. Let's scroll up to the top. NADA, N-A-D-A. This is the entity that's running this Austin City Fund, okay? And then if we look at the affiliated businesses that are associated with NADA, let's look. Why be doggone? NADA, they doing loans. They like me. Oh, they also got a real estate company. For all you realtors out there that love them, right? What's this? They got a title company. I'll be John Brown. Oh, they also got a home shares. What's that? I don't know what that is. And then they have insurance. Well, home shares, check this out. Home shares is back to that equity piece that I spoke about. All that built up equity, right? This is what home shares is. Let's watch a little video. Hopefully you guys can hear it. You know what? I don't think you guys can hear this video, so I'm going to stop it. Basically what home shares is, right? The loan portion, the lending side of NADA loans, right? They can help people that might have that untapped equity that they don't have access to. Here's the concept. You got a ton of equity. They say, you know what? Don't worry about making any payments. We see what kind of equity you have. We're going to go ahead and give you X amount of dollars based upon the value of your home, and you don't have any payments, okay? Every 10 years, we got to look at it, though. And then here's the deal. Well, how do I get paid back? Well, we take a percentage of your future value of your home, okay? when you sell, or when you pay us off. You feel me? Now, everybody will try to tell you a home is not an asset. Well, I'll be doggone, it sounds like an asset to me, right? Well, what the problem is most of us or some of us cannot access the equity. But equity, the appreciation, it grows. It's tied to inflation. If you look historically, it's up. They want you to buy insurance. They want you to invest. They want you to do all these things that you have no idea, because most of us don't have the time to study. Readers are leaders, no disrespect. But you know what? If you buy that house and live in it, man, it looks like these folks are at the equity. And the whole time they smiling in your face telling you not to do, right? They're doing. And I'm not mad at them. Okay? I'm not mad at them. Right? If you don't know who getting got, it's you. The game is to be sold and not told. Okay? So, nada, nada, nada. They in the real estate game. And they telling you, you know what? You can invest. Back to that crowdfunding piece, and then allowing non-accredited investors, less sophisticated folks. Go look at that Wall Street fund. It was all on the YouTube, folks. I got. Well, did you read the prospectus? Do you even know what to read? Or did you find somebody that you've been trained to idolize, a certain person? They look a certain way. They got a certain swag. And they hitting you with all these numbers, right? Let's look at this right here. Home equity investment lifestyle. Life cycle. Okay. So the average hold time here is 7 years. Everything on this website, from the layman's point of view, looks like it's all good. Well, the first thing I want you to notice is this. They're basing this projection, right? The HEI value, okay, and original investments. But guess what the starting investment amount is? It's right there on the screen. It's $100,000, okay? But they got you believing not to buy a home. You're a non-accredited investor. You're less sophisticated. You're less savvy. You don't understand these things. And you think you're going to get to where you need to be at $100 a month. Ain't going to happen. You need to start off with 100. For real. And then even 100, right? As they project it out, okay, 10 years, it's a good return. If and only if this happens. Now, let's look at crowdfunding. You guys correct me if I'm wrong. I don't know nothing. You know what I'm saying? They're using you to source the funds. Okay? Well, where's all the money going? I'm going to let you guys do some research, because NADA, great company. Okay? If you understand. And my point is, if you have the ability to invest. Most folks don't have enough monies to take care of $1,000 emergency. But they got you thinking, hey, I'm an investor now because I always wanted to be one. And then they tell you, don't worry about it, we got it. And then all these rules, when you read the fine print, say, you know what? We have less stringent requirements to report. We don't have to do it the same way, okay? There's only a certain amount of accredited investors that could come in. But just think about the pool of money you have access to now to fund this type stuff, right? If you don't know, you're the one getting got. Whole time they telling you it's hard to buy. You can't buy. You shouldn't buy. You don't want that headache. You don't want that responsibility. Well, why are they doing it? You feel me? Can you not crowdsource within your family and maybe a couple of people come together and at least get one so that you can control the equity? I'm just asking. Okay? Watch. This is something that most people don't realize. You see this? It says, what is their investment strategy? What is NADA's investment strategy? It says, our investment strategy is to acquire, invest in, manage, operate, selectively leverage, and sell residential properties located in the most populous cities, okay, per the U.S. Census. Where should you buy? Buy what they're buying. They following the money. They know what they know from history, and all of them own properties, but they don't want you to own because it's too hard for you. They got you. Well, how's that working out for you? Ask Big Mama, ask Grandma and them how that worked out, right? Now they have to downsize. They might even be living with you. Okay. They don't even have a pension. Pensions aren't even around anymore. I'm not knocking the system. I'm just trying to open your eyes and say this. For those that would buy, not saying this for everybody, okay? There's not an absolute for anything, but some of you guys need to get in where you fit in, why you still have a chance. Because the whole entire country, it doesn't take $1 million to buy a home. They're buying in these areas that they've gotten you spooked on, where you can still buy a great home, less than $300,000. I even know places. I mean, you go to Ohio, they got houses $151,000. The point is, can you live there? Do you have the ability to get involved in this new economy, okay, and have access to this internet and make your money wherever you are? That's the question you need to ask. Because why they got you scared, they out here sucking it up. And then it's going to get to a point where you're not going to be able to buy. And then guess what you're going to have to do, right? You're going to own nothing and love it because you don't have no choices, no options. Wake up, wake up. But anyway, it says in the United States, they focus on acquiring properties they believe have the possibility for long-term capital appreciation. These folks used to be in commercial. Commercial is the home. You can go back, find the videos. I quoted it. This is the new office space. Okay? Because you guys have figured out, the ones that have, especially these younger folks with this internet, okay, how to get into the new way of making money. And you got to have multiple streams. Some of y'all ain't going to get it, right? You waiting on somebody to come save you. Ain't nobody coming. You better understand it and understand what's going on. So your new corporate space is your home. Doesn't matter the price. See, we got to get offline competing. You compete with a bunch of broke folks. Who cares? Right? That's why we buying all of the stuff that you lust after. But it doesn't appreciate over a period of time. Okay? I digress. It says, such as those located in neighborhoods with what we or they see as high growth potential, and those available from sellers who are in distress or otherwise need to sell quickly. This goes to all of you folks talking about all these foreclosures. Let me translate that for you, right? Nada. Let me go to the top. I don't mean to make you dizzy. See? City funds. Who is city funds? Let's go back. That's these folks, right? Who are these folks? That's this brother right here. See? That's the internet disruptor. All you realtors and stuff, right? You buying leads and things of that nature. Got to learn from what's going on, right? He ABA'd up. He all in the business, right? But if you have skills and a skill set, they always pay the bills, okay? They always pay the bills. Let me close this. So that's what they're doing, okay? Let's not forget about Mr. Amazon, Mr. Bezos. Is he doing it too? Well, let's see. Let's see. Mr. Bezos, many of the world's largest investment firms have launched new funds over the past couple of years aimed at acquiring or building single-family homes. Well, I'll be John Brown. There they go with the single-family homes. Why aren't they dealing with that commercial? Okay. Why are they letting a non-accredited investor get in at $100 a clip? It's a lot of money, man, that it's about to disappear, and you have no recourse because the investments, right? It comes with a risk. Let me go back here, right? You got to quit looking at all this sizzle here and read the fine print because they got to put it out here, right? Diversification. They say it's risk adjusted, in-house originating team, marketing, the market resilience. But let me go down here. Privacy policy, rewards. Here, I'll find it here in a little bit. But see, you got to invest at your own risk. It's got to be here. Let's see here. Summary. Let's see here. Those are the different risk factors. See, there's risk factors. Okay, always risk factors. Watch this. We are offering. Let me highlight this real quick, and then we'll move forward. Because see, they imply that doing what they want to do offers no risk, but the devil is in the details. It says they are offering uh, interest in tier 2 type of regulations, and they cannot be certain if the reduced disclosure requirements apply to tier 2. Issues will make our interest less attractive to investors as compared to traditional initial public offerings. So right here, it's saying, hey, because of the loophole in the law, okay, started way back here, Jobs Act, crowdfunding, opening up the door to non-accredited investors, then further opening the door for different entities to come in, right, to be able to position themselves to let non-accredited investors come in at lower clips, right? But then they say, hey, this type of offering that they're offering, okay, is not what the traditional investor, because the sophisticated investor would like, because it's less attractive, right? Why? Because they don't have the traditional uh, initial public offering and or the documentation and all the things that you have to go through to to get an investor, that one that's sophisticated, to say, I want to move forward with this. No, they're coming to us. They're using influencers, all these podcasts and stuff that you guys are listening to. Why do you think they all talking about money? Because that's some of the highest ad dollars that they could get for the CPM. Okay. So is it wrong? No, it's not wrong. It's America, baby. You caveat emptor, buyer beware. All I'm saying to you is these folks, they're in the single housing family business because it's very lucrative and there's a lot of equity that's there. It appreciates over time. You got these folks out here talking about, oh, homes are, they don't, obviously, you know, you quit listening to the YouTuber. I'm looking at Bezos and Elon. That y'all love them. They got all kinds of money. They over here. A lot of money over here to be had. So as I wrap this up, this is the CEO of Arrived. Okay. Arrived is Bezos's foray into this space. Okay. He's doing it through Arrived, purchased them, partnered them. And then this gentleman, Ryan Frazier, CEO, young cats, right? Young. Ryan says the following. Hopefully we can hear it. Let's see here. Let me turn this up.
Why invest in real estate? Why do people typically look at real estate as an investment option? And to start, one of the first reasons is just that you're able to make returns or make money in multiple ways. You can earn returns from property value growth, where as the property goes up in value, your equity ownership in real estate also will proportionally go up in value. And then the access to rental income. And you have a tenant or a vacation rental guest, for example, that's coming in and paying rental income. And after expenses, you're earning that net in the form of dividends.
So there you go. He's giving you two reasons there, right? Property value, growth, appreciation. And those of you that want to rent, how can I have a rental property and I'm just trying to get on the ladder? Glad you asked. Buy a duplex, especially for young folks. Duplex, okay? There's several changes that have been made to underwriting guidelines that, number one, conventional side, you could now put as little as 5% down on a duplex, okay? You can use the projected rents that are going to come from that other unit to help you qualify. You can come together with your family. You could crowdfund within your family, okay, to get an asset that will appreciate over time, not tomorrow. This is not gambling. You guys are not investors, okay? And then use the power of leverage. You heard that a couple of times. Leveraging the right thing the right way is a benefit, not business credit, okay? You guys never been a hater, but just watch the news. It's coming out. That PPPP prison, as my nephew said, they extended that statute to where they could go back and catch you all the way to 2029. And they slowly coming to get whoever they want to come get. And you'll be surprised who've been stealing. A lot of these politicians and prominent people that you guys idolize because they got a Rolls Royce or something of that nature, they've been stealing. What's done in the dark gonna come to light. You see, I digress on that point. Property value growth, potential rental income. So multifamily, right? Or you just regular Rob. You got a job, you got some kiddos, you're trying to raise them up in the fear and admonition of the Lord, put some good people out here. Lord knows we need them, right? You want a good school, you want nice, clean shelter, good community, right? You see, you really don't have time to delve into these things. But see, they made it so easy. They put it in the palm of your hand and they say you could do it for $100, which seems insignificant to you, but think of all the millions of people they're getting this money from. And then what if it goes poof, poof, goes away? See, then they're gonna say, well, you have to, you invested at your own risk. Did you not read the prospectus? Did you not read the fine print? Okay. That Wall Street fund. Nobody read anything. You see what I'm saying? You got. Old boy still walking around. He's not going to jail. He understood the loopholes. Now it's up to you if he to say if he's ethical or not. I don't roll like that, right? Because I answer to a higher power. Everybody don't do that. Most folks answer to money. The more money to make, the more righteous you are. You see? Buyer beware. So gotta listen to the CEO. Real quick, I'm gonna get to minute 8 over here because he said something very profound. And then I'll let you guys do your own research. But let's listen to what he said. Let's listen to what he said.
You could get direct investment in property, but still do so on a passive basis while maintaining, that investment directly in property. And when we think about Arrived, one of the things that we get really excited about is single family residential properties, whether that's single family homes rented on a long-term basis or single family homes for vacation rental properties. And one of the reasons why we've been really excited about this industry and this market is it's one that most people have experience with. We've either lived in homes or have rented Airbnbs and kind of know what to look for. So it's a little bit easier to evaluate, personally each different investment product. And some of the things that stand out to us as individuals also stand out to renters or guests in a vacation, where they're looking at the quality of the location, the aesthetics or curb appeal of the home, and the amenities of that home, which help drive the rental income and also the future value of the home to new potential sellers. There's also great reasons from a kind of economic perspective, which are that over the last 10 to 15 years, the single family home market has really been underdeveloped compared to the demand for homes in this country. New home development has not been able to keep up with supply over the last 15 years and new household formations. And at the same time, there has been a change in terms of how people are.
So that's what I want to point out to all of you waiting on this huge deluge of properties to hit the market. He just told you over the last 15 years, right? It's 2023, 2023 minus 15. 2008, okay? What happened then? Been trying to tell you, I'm not telling you what I heard in the business, affected by it. You guys know the testimony. But builders, after they were burned and they had such a gluttony of surplus, along with crazy loose lending standards. You got to understand that. Took to 2012, 2013 to clean all that out. That's when you would have got the deal that you guys are looking for now. But from 2008 coming forward, builders have not built enough homes to keep up with the demand. I did a video, you go back and watch it. Go back and look at birth rates starting about 86, 87 through 90. All you millennials, ton of y'all. Household formation, age, getting kiddos and things, moving out, going under another roof, about 33. Okay. So from last year going all the way to 2030, there's millions of you guys that are willing, ready, and able to buy. Now, if you listen to the narrative online, they'll have you guys thinking that everybody is laden with student loan debt and they don't have a dollar. All praises to the Most High. That's not the case. I get to deal with those people. I'm blessed. They got folks out here making money, man. And they buying $5, $6, $7, $8 million houses. Well, why are you talking? Because coming from where I come from, man, the underdog. Then my daughter, she's next, right? We're going to do that generational thing again. Lord willing, I'm here, right? But minimum, we going into a duplex. That thing going to be $600,000, $700,000. Got to get your ducks in a line, okay? Because I understand the game, right? And it's not a competition. I want to let you guys know that it's still time. You can still do it. They trying to scare you to death. So if you are someone that wants to buy, okay, as we get ready to get out of here, if you're someone that wants to buy, here's the deal. There are a ton of programs available. Ton, right? If you're in the great state of Texas, most people are dealing with challenges with coming up with all of the money for down payment and closing costs. You got great programs like T-Shack, right? Okay. You got the State Housing Finance Authority. You got great programs from the TDHCA. And a lot of you guys in the states that you're in, because we lend in all 50, I just speak about down payment assistance in the state of Texas because that's the only state I do DPA in. But we can help you with FHA, VA, USDA, or regular conventional loans throughout the country, okay? But my first Texas home, my choice home, okay? For those of you guys that serve this country, okay? Texas Veteran Land Board, discounted rates, all kinds of programs available, man, for you to get on the property ladder. I think I made my case. Hopefully I did it eloquently enough for you to consider what I'm saying. If Mr. Bezos, if Mr. Elon, right, are buying up homes, why aren't you? So here's the deal. If you're somebody that says, hey man, I like the presentation, you got me thinking. Let me see what it is that I may be able to do. That's the first step, okay? What can you do? Click the link in the description. Whatever platform you're watching on, go to my bio. What they say, link in the bio. Hit the link tree, okay? That first spot is going to be schedule a consultation. Schedule a consultation. Let's have a conversation, okay? Because everybody doesn't need to buy. Some of you guys need to rent, but hell, maybe you could get into some of this crowdfunding that's going on and get into a REIT or something of that nature. But understand, there's good and bad that comes with it. Educate yourself, but that might be a way for you to get into the property game. Single family, a lot of money over there. Because here's this, your future self, if you keep living, there's going to be a point in time where what you saved in the past and how you made it grow, that's what's going to determine how you're living. So you young folks, man, I get it, was there. That's not something you're thinking about. That's why you need OGs, real ones, okay? That's not just talking about it, but done it, doing it, and can show you how. You owe it to yourself to at least consider the matter. Reach out. Let's have a conversation. If there's a meeting of the minds, let's take that next step. Find out what you could do. This is the year. Set it during the pandemic. Home ownership is at stake. Another opportunity coming up. Why you say that? presidential year. Go back and look at rates when they were high during an election year. Okay, they tend to come down. That's an opportunity. If you could buy between now and before the kids get out of school, it's another opportunity. Okay, another opportunity because the inventory levels are still low. You realtors out there that are listening, check me. Okay, 3 to 6 months is a healthy market. We're still under 3 months in several places, especially in all these places that they're saying that prices are going down. Okay, they're telling you it's going down so they could deter you, buy up where you need to buy, and then you have to rent. What do you think the rents are going to do? So that's the presentation. I appreciate your ear. Again, if we could be of assistance, reach out. Until the next time, I'll holla. Peace.